Oh, hi, didn't see ya there. Hi guys, I'm Sabrina and I'm back. It's been a really long time since I've uploaded a video, but I've had a lot of technical difficulties. So today I'm going to be doing a review on the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. I am so freaking excited for this. I've seen amazing reviews. I've been wanting it for so long and it got here yesterday. I haven't played with it yet, guys. I've only swatched like a couple colors and it's really promising. I'm going to be doing a look. I already have my base down just so I can skip through all of that so I can focus on the eyes more. And then I don't have a highlight on because I want to use one of the eyeshadows as a highlight because Jaclyn said you can do that. She had, I think she had one of the eyeshadows as a highlight in her video talking about the palette, and I think also on Snapchat at some point. So I want to test that out too. Well, let me put the box back together. Oh, you think I'm throwing out the box? Not with the Jaclyn Hill palette. Thanks. So you get the box and it looks like this. It looks just like the front of the palette. And then on the back you have like this message to her subscribers. Then you have like her modeling and just being like perfect. So you get this card and on the front it has her modeling and has an eye look she did with it. And then on the back it has all the shade names and the colors. Of course, I would rather have the names in the palette because it's just easier, but I do like that she incorporated this. You open the palette and there's supposed to be like a clear thing in here. I did get one, I just threw mine out because like I'm a savage. Shook. This is such a beautiful palette. I feel like there's a pretty good balance of mattes and foils and shimmers. And so you have like all your transition, lighter colors up here, darker browns, the pops of color. So for the look today, I really wanted to use like these pops of color down here, but I was looking at looks on Instagram of what people have been doing with this just over the past week, and I feel like everyone is doing kind of the same look. Like obviously there are a ton of different looks, but I've been seeing a lot of people using like reds and oranges and warm colors in the crease and then putting like these pops of colors on the lid, and I want to do something different. I think I want to work with these like pinks and golds. That's like my favorite color to put on myself just because pink is my favorite color and like gold, so yeah. Sorry, I'm not like a professional YouTuber and like have it zoomed in on my arm. The first thing I'm going to swatch in this palette, which is probably the most important color to be pigmented, I'm going to be swatching this black. I'm going to be comparing Abyss by Jaclyn to Corrupt by Makeup Geek. This is the blackest eyeshadow I've ever used. I haven't tried Abyss yet, so we'll see. And I'm going to be comparing it to the the Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette, this black in here that's called Black Truffle. I'll be using this shade as well. And those are the three that I'm going to be swatching. So first, I'm going to take Abyss. The palette already got dirty. This is hard. How do people do this? That was such a bad swatch. Well, it's there. Oh, I just ruined it. I still have a lot of product left over on my finger. It was super smooth. I didn't feel any like tugging or anything. I'm going to be swatching Corrupt by Makeup Geek, which feels a little rougher. Okay, that was Corrupt by Makeup Geek. Comparing, honestly, they look kind of the same. They look black. I mean, like, I don't know what you want from me. The Huda Beauty one felt the softest of the three when I touched it. This one was the least pigmented of them all. It is more gray. I feel like Corrupt and Abyss were very similar. Oh, I wanted to compare this blue. But now that I'm looking at it, they're different colors. So I'm not gonna swatch the entire palette. Jaclyn Hill on her channel, she posted a video reviewing this palette, or not reviewing it, like revealing it. she's not reviewing her own palette that she made. We swatched the entire thing, so if you want to see swatches, you can go to her channel. So I'm going to first be going in with this shade Silk Cream. Why is my voice cracking? Silk Cream. It's this color right? Yep, it's this color right here. It's the third on the top. And I'm going to be taking that on just like a Sephora fluffy brush. And oh my god, I literally almost just dropped that. There is some kick up. I only went like dot dot dot, but there is a lot of product on my brush. So I'm just gonna tap. When you tapped, you could see, I could just see the product just fly. So my eyes are already primed and everything. This blended out so easily, like barely any effort. I mean, these are lighter colors, so I would expect them to blend out easy. I usually do my eyes before my face, but for this, I wanted to, one, focus on the eyes, but I also wanted to check for the fallout and stuff. So I'm just going to actually put powder under my eyes in case we do have fallout. I'm obviously not a perfect makeup artist. I'm not even a makeup artist. I'm just a teenager who likes makeup. So I've been figuring out that I don't think I've had a strong enough crease in my looks. So I'm trying to make the creases more visible. I'm actually going to put Pooter, which is this color. I'm going to put this in my crease, but I'm going to put it in with a smaller brush. I'm going to be putting this in with the M433 from Morphe. This is blending out amazingly. So I'm just putting it lower in the crease, and I'm kind of focusing it on the outer corner a little bit. So I'm now going to take Mocha. It's this brown right here. I'm going to be taking this on a Sigma blending brush. It's the E25 brush. And I'm going to be putting this in my outer corner and dragging it down to my lid. I've only been using the matte so far. First of all, so much pigment, and I feel like they all have the exact same amount of kick up. I don't notice one more than the other. So that was just one dunk with my brush for each eye. I did not go back and forth. But then I went in and I deepened up just the outer corner. I didn't drag it into my crease with Mocha, the same color. I thought I was going to be going in with Faint here, this pink. But after swatching, I have to go in with Sissy right here. It has like gold in it. I have to say, just from really playing with it, the one thing that I have a problem with this palette is that it's white. Because like, one use, and I don't know if you guys can see it on camera, but it's already dirty. It has like eyeshadow on it. I really don't think you guys can see it on camera, but it's basically everywhere from my fingers, which is kind of annoying because when you like buy something, I mean, it's not that big of a deal because I care more about the product, but if you're buying something, you want it to look good, you know what I mean? Like, you don't want it to look like trash after the first couple uses. So I'm taking this on a MAC 242, which is the brush I put all my foils on with, and I'm probably going to end up using foil, and I use foil on every single foil. I mean, did I say foil? I meant MAC Fix Plus. I'm probably going to go in and end up using MAC Fix Plus. I use MAC Fix Plus on literally every foil. I don't think I've ever used a foil without MAC Fix Plus, but just to test to see how it first is without it, I'm going to try that. This is such a cool color. I think this color's duochrome. It picked up nicely on the brush. I think that when I dip in my Makeup Geek foils, which are like the most amazing foiled eyeshadows, which is what I'm comparing it to, when I pick it up, definitely not as much product comes out as when I dip into my Makeup Geek foils, but you still can get a good amount of product. Right here. That's so pretty. You really don't need MAC Fix Plus, but I'm going to go in with it anyway just because I do this with every other look, and I just like the most wet metallic looking thing you can get when you are using a foil. You know, sometimes foils can give your eyes like a weird kind of chalky texture. Like, it can kind of look like bumpy, but this doesn't at all. when I put on the foil, it didn't crumble or anything. It went on very smoothly, and I have no fallout from anything, including the foil, with no MAC Fix Plus. So that's amazing. So I'm just rebuilding the crease in case it got lost when we were blending. So I'm going to highlight with this color, which is called Beam. It's the second one in this palette. It's icy, but it has a yellow undertone. First shimmer I used has no kick up. So the only things I've used so far that have kick up are the mattes, because the foil didn't have kick up either. I'm not even going in that much. I'm just like dab, dab, dab. So that's kind of bomb. So I'm going to be taking this Sephora Must Have Powder Shadow Brush. It looks like this. Like weird looking. Aren't we all? We're just gonna build the crease basically on our lower lash line. So the same color that we used on our brow bone highlight, we are going to be using on our inner corner. This is beaming. I'm going to just tightline my eyes. I'm not going to tightline my lower lash line because I just don't like how it looks on me. I think it closes my eyes in too much. I'm going to pop on some false lashes, mascara, and I'll be right back. So we have the lashes on, feeling good, and all I have to do are lips and highlight. So I'm going to be highlighting with this palette. I think I want to highlight with Beam, just because like I was so impressed with Beam. I'm going to be taking my normal highlighting brush. This is the Morphe M501, and I'm just going to be tapping that into Beam. Again, there's no kick up and a lot of product. Bitch, that's a lot of product. I went 1, 2, 3. K. I always put MAC Fix Plus on highlighters, but first, before I do that, I put it on my cheeks with no MAC Fix Plus at all, because I think that, did I say MAC Fix? With no MAC Fix Plus at all, because I think it softens it and blends it more. So first I'll go in with none, and then I'll layer the Fix Plus over it. Oh my gosh. I have literally been using nothing but the Anastasia Nicole Guerrero palette that I tested in my last video for the past like 2 months. So this is like a formula shock for me, you know? There's absolutely no glitter in it. There are no glitter particles on my face. It just looks like it's on the skin. It doesn't, this kind of reminds me of like a Becca highlighter. It kind of just like melts into the skin instead of sitting on top of it. It's not powdery at all. I really, really like this. So I'm only going to do a little bit because it's already very powerful without MAC Fix Plus. I'm just going to do it on like the very top of my cheekbones. Now I'm going to move to lips. I think I already know the lip I want to do. I'm going to be using this Jeffree Star liquid lipstick in I'm Nude. I use this on Claire. I just flung this lipstick like across the room. I used this on Claire. I did her makeup. People are gonna think that I literally only have one friend, which like true, but I did her makeup. I did film it. It's gonna go on Instagram soon. And I used this color on her, and it's so pretty, and I'm just like, but I have to use it though, so I'm going to. Honestly, why does this lipstick look so different on everyone else? I like it though. Okay, so just to review what I think of this amazing, oh, I guess I gave it away, Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. This is so worth your money. I know there was some controversy over the price for this. I believe this is $38, and I think normal Morphe palettes are like $25. But watching Jaclyn's palette reveal video where she explained why the price was up because they reformulated, they had to get machines, like I understood. I'm sure also it was brought up because her name is on it, but that's just kind of expected. At the same time, it's like a Morphe palette being this good, it's gonna make me expect the other new Morphe palettes coming out to be this good. So I think if they go back down to being their normal level, which is good, but like they're not my favorite shadows. They're good though, especially for the price if you're on a budget or if you just want a ton of colors but you don't want to have to spend like $1,000 to get all of those colors. I think it's great, but the individual shadows themselves I don't think are the best quality. So the fact that this upped my expectations so much, I really hope that it doesn't just let me down. I think the color selection was amazing. I think the only thing missing is a matte white. I like the pops of color. I think the pops of color were good. I know some people are coming out with palettes that are like all neutrals and there's like one pop of color because they're just trying to be like unique and different. They're just, you know, I don't really know, okay? Just, I don't know. I'm not a marketing person. But it's hard to work with because it's like you get all these neutrals and then one pop of color and you're like, what am I supposed to do with this? There's nothing that goes with it. But I think that she did a really good job making sure that there's a color for everything. You know, there's so many different looks you can do with this palette. I just absolutely love this palette. You get so many amazing colors and you're going to use every single one of them. I know sometimes Morphe palettes, a lot of the colors look the same, which is why some people are like, okay, yeah, you're gonna get a ton of shadows, but are you just getting the same color like 10 times? But I really don't believe you are in this palette, and if you say you are, you're colorblind because there's not one color that looks like the other in this palette. I know I was watching her swatches on her reveal video, and they did look similar. I remember my friend looking at me and being like, why do they look similar? And I was like, I don't know, I'm a little worried about this, but I trust Jaclyn. And seeing it in person and touching it in person, they really aren't similar at all. So that's just amazing because you get so many shadows that are all different, that all are cohesive, and you can really make a ton of amazing looks with it. Buy this palette if you want to, if it seems to appeal to you. I don't know why it wouldn't though, but yeah. So I'm gonna go now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry I haven't been very active on here. Technical difficulties. I am posting more frequently on my Instagram. I'm doing a ton of makeup looks on there. I'm posting the video of me doing my best friend's makeup on there. So that's probably where I'm more active, but I'm gonna really, really try, okay? Thanks. This is amazing. I love you, Jaclyn Hill. Why is this everything? Like, just, wait, like, dream of this. I'm just gonna hold it here. I'm just gonna hold it here because like, okay.